Hello and welcome to the Super Professor Podcast. You're listening to Kunkel, aka Super Professor. Now you may be wondering why I'm doing this podcast today. Well, it's because I'm going to run for Democratic office. Here's why. I've never seen so many corrupt people in my entire life in one party. The Democrats and Republicans, there's always good and bad on both sides. I voted Democrat and Republican. I put every president in office except for Donald J. Trump. That guy wasn't decent from the very beginning. The reason I'm running is because in my town in Jacksonville, Illinois, there's a Republican there, and there is no Democrat running against him. Now, that Republican that's there actually helped the Legionnaire disease in Chicago. He's a decent human being. He doesn't have to go and meet his constituents in Mount Sterling, Illinois, or Jacksonville, Illinois, but he chooses to go meet people. He doesn't have to do that. No one's going against him. And he helped veterans. So my family, I'm going to give you a little example. My father was 22 years Marine Corps, so I'm going to show you who my family is. My father, Henry Leon Kunkel, was 22 years Marine Corps. And when he got out of the Marine Corps, he became a cop in Mount Sterling, Illinois. Where this Republican went and spoke at. Now, if you go to Mount Sterling, Illinois, there's a plaque in the middle of town. If you go and look at that plaque, there are 10 Kunkels, 10 on that plaque that served in the military. You go look at Donald J. Trump, there is not one member in 100 years has ever protected this country. And they're still not protecting this country. They are destroying our country. That is the reason I'm running. Do I have money? No. Do I have platforms? Yes. I've published science books, self-help book. I published a book, Keys to Unlocking the Universe, New Theories on the Universe. I published Man-Made Climate Change, super easy to understand because Donald J. Trump and Republican have no idea about science. They literally are brain dead on science. So my family that I come from, a military family, my dad's brother, Richard Clemens Kunkel, died in the war protecting this country from people like Trump. Now, what I don't understand is what happened to the Republican Party. I have never seen so much blatantly lying straight to our face. They just don't care. All they care about is money and staying in control, which is insane. Trump is a convicted felon. He did an insurrection. He should be in prison. But the Republicans protected him twice, which is insane. Trump was never decent to be running in the first place. He insulted every person he gets in contact with. He bullies, absolutely has bullied women his entire life. E. Jean Carroll just finally won after years and years of Trump's abuse on her. He's a sexual predator, and you people made him president. Donald Trump is a ding-dong. So yes, I'm not Yeah, I'm running for office. Yeah, I'm not political. I'm a construction person. When I see what our country is becoming, it's pissing me off. Will I call out Republicans? Absolutely. Will I call out a Democrat? Yeah, if you support an idiot, you're an idiot. There's no gray. You can't make me believe in bamboo in the ballots. You cannot sell me garbage. You cannot tell me windmills give you cancer and think I'm going to believe lies. Oh, you cannot tell me through Kellyanne Conway's alternative facts. Alternative facts. She couldn't even get it out without alternative facts is a lie. Just say it. It's a friggin' lie. There is no such thing as alternative facts, and they're trying to get us to believe that's real. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jewish space lasers. They're trying to make lies up and put it off as truth. There is no such thing as Jewish space lasers causing forest fires. They make lies up. I have never seen so much stupid lies in my entire. I have children. I got girls. If one of my girls would lie, I would say, stop it. My job, let me get you children out there to understand something. As a parent, when a child lies to you, you call them out on it and correct them. It's a learning curve. There is no learning curve with the Republican. What they have learned is lying, cheating, and stealing is friggin' okay. It's not. They need to be called out on this garbage. If you tell me, let me tell you, if I become a Democrat and running in office and they're going to give me lies, I'm not going to accept the lies. It takes two people to accept a lie. I don't accept a lie. I'm a science guy. I have compassion and caring. Republicans have none. Did they used to? Yes, they used to have compassion and caring. Not anymore. And I thought my country was better than this. I never dreamed that Donald J. Trump would get into office because he's always been evil. He's always insulted women. He's always been a crook, always been a con. 22 business failures, 6 bankruptcies, and he just uses the system. His lawyers need lawyers, for God's sakes. He doesn't pay people. It's embarrassing that this child is making billions off of us. Why is he not in prison already? He's already broken his oath of office over and over and over again. Let's go with the horrible, the most horrible thing that this piece of garbage has done. Besides picking on E. Jean Carroll and the other women. He's picked on children. How was this filth in office? He picked on children. Before we even get into the Epstein files, the first time around when he became president, he kidnapped, was it 2,500 mothers and fathers and kept the kids? Do you understand how sick this is, kidnapping? That's sexual abuse. You harmed a child. And he hasn't went to prison the first time for harming children. You understand? The most weakest, most helpless human beings on the planet is a child. And this filth of a person became president a second time. Explain that to me. How this filth of a garbage can represent the human race. Because I can't. So I'm running. I went to run against the Republican in Jacksonville, Illinois, but because I found out there's no one running against him. I'm like, what? So I'm like, well, I'm gonna run against him. But then, oh no, I missed by a year. I don't know anything about this. I'm not a politician. I'm a carpenter, electrician, a drywaller. I've flown planes. I've skydived. I've done everything. Trump has done nothing except destroy the planet. Why am I running? Because we're in goddamn danger. Donald J. Trump is an idiot. There's no gray. I'll call him an idiot right to his face. He's the most worthless human being on the planet. He has no knowledge. You cannot run a country with no knowledge. He has none. Why is he in office? He started an illegal war. Our allies don't trust us anymore. The first time around, he was a bully. Why would you vote for him again? He's always, his entire life, been a bully. He's never changed. He's the same as he always was. Dumb, ignorant, has no common sense. All he cares about is money and bullying people. That is wrong. What happened to the compassion and caring? Right now we have forest fires. Why? Because Trump cut the budgets of the forest rangers. You can Google everything, see how much he cut. That's the reason the fires are growing. Then what did he do? He removed the forest rangers, and then he says, oh, let's drill. Let's drill, baby, drill. Let's bring back clean coal. There is no such thing as clean coal. He gets the lie, and people listen to the lies. You're not supposed to listen to lies. Lies go in the garbage. The person saying it is garbage. You don't listen to lies. You look for the truth. You look for the facts. What did he do? He put climate change denier in control of climate change. He put anti-vaxxer in control of vaccines. You cannot run a country with stupid people. He removed the intelligent people that take care of us and protect us. He put ICE agents murdering people and protecting the murderers. No, this has to end. We could go to a civil war. Yes, absolutely. Everybody's got guns. Everybody I know's got guns. But do we want a civil war? We will, if we don't do something, we will end up in another civil war. There's no gray. People can only be pushed so far. I've been pushed so far, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll run. Everybody needs to step up and run for office and get rid of the Republicans. Republican Party needs to be removed. There is no decent Republicans anymore. That's my take. Because if they was, Trump would be removed twice already. They can impeach him and he's not going to be removed again. That'll be a third time. He's already trying to cheat on the voting again and again and again. But the thing is, his health is going to pot. He's definitely on the way out. But the thing is, Republicans are still in control. They got to be removed. They literally got to be removed out of office. There is no decent Republican. Maybe they'll come back. I don't know. All I know is they can't stay in. That's the reason I'm running. I'm not a politician. Neither is Trump. Trump's a liar. Trump is not a politician. He's smarter than the generals. No, he's not. He has the best words. No, he does not. He's chosen from God. No, he's not chosen from God. You telling me God likes a sexual predator? Has no compassion for children? Has no compassion for women? Has no compassion for gays, lesbians? No. Trump is nothing but filth. There is no gray. We all have to run for Democratic Party and get rid of Republicans. There is no decent Republican. There isn't one. You show me I do know one in Jacksonville, Illinois. He seemed pretty decent. People go into business to keep their job. They bend, because they need to make a living, stuff. I understand that. Let me give you a more example about me. I published Man-Made Climate Change, super easy to understand because Trump doesn't understand climate change. We had RMI, Reinventing Fire. We had the Paris Climate Accord. Trump pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accord. He's done everything against us staying alive. He's kidnapping people. He's starving Cuba of oil because we need the oil. And he's helping Putin. Putin's a dictator. Trump's a dictator. Trump wants to rule for life. He's stealing from us. It's driving me nuts. So I'm going to run for office. I don't care if I win or lose. I'm just going to run. To win, I don't know what office is going to open up. I don't care. All I know is I'm going to run and try to get rid of him. Anyway, I got platforms. I do podcasting. I wrote books. I'm going to just keep going against him. Maybe somebody else will go against him and they want me to help them. We just have to step up, and it's the only way we're going to survive. If you get my book on climate change, you'll understand more. If you get my science book, Keys to Unlocking the Universe, you'll understand more. If the foundation is bad on a house, let me explain this from a construction point of view. When I go look at the house, it may look ugly and run down, but first I look at the foundation. If the foundation is solid, I might be able to work with the structure. But if the foundation is cracked and breaking, the entire house will collapse. The United States will collapse if we do not get rid of him. He's destroying the United States. We must fix this to survive. Right now, he has destroyed our alliance with all of our neighbors. He's harmed everyone that we were friends with. He's the one of the main culprit, but the rest of them is the Republican Party. Fox News, that's not news, that's a lying channel. Shepard Smith is not there anymore. All you have is lies. They had to pay back millions, and now they're fighting again not to pay back the millions. Cheating is wrong. And all I see is cheating every day I turn on the news. Every day it pisses me off. Every day I get madder and madder. We have to remove all these people. ICE has to be removed. ICE has to be removed and then judged, put in prison if they're the one that harmed people. We done lost the rule of law. We got to bring it back. The ICE agents that gets to murder and kill, that's got to end. We're not target practice for these sick people. We have to step back and Say, hey, enough's enough. That's the reason I'm running. Vote Kunkel. That's what I'm going to do. Someone wants to come at me? Oh, please do. I'm not a coward. I've said in my podcast, you want to rumble? Guess what? So do I. Step in the ring with an old man. I'm 68 years old. Step in the ring with me. Let's have 10 different contests. Now understand what I'm going to say. It's a contest. It's not a threat. You want to threaten someone, do it to me. Do it to my face. Do it in the ring with me. And let's get on national TV. Let's show the world what a Trumper is and what a Kunkel is. We're not the people you can bully or push around. We don't bend.